Hi everyone. It's Anton from QuickTiles, and this is the 5th lesson of the mini learning course series for our plugin. Today we're going to talk about the first two sections of the main menu, the generated texture settings and tile set parameters. As you know, QuickTiles creates new textures from original tiles. As a result, 3ds Max gets a regular bitmap of a certain physical and pixel dimension. They're set in the generated texture settings section. The physical width and height of a created texture patch are adjusted in the patch width and patch height fields. As you can see, each of the parameters has two options: initial size, where you can set a desired size, and result size, where you'll see the resulting size of your created texture patch. Why does it have two sizes? It's very simple. QuickTiles always generates a seamless texture, and it always accurately determines the size of a base tile and gaps. This is why a physical dimension of the resulting texture is always different depending on given parameters. It's immediately evaluated and it tends to the parameter set by the user. The result size value is only displayed when the large preview is open. Find more details about this in the texture formation mechanisms section of the help documents. The next important parameter is resolution. It's the pixel resolution of the resulting texture. In order to fast-track your work, we recommend you run tests with lower resolutions, after which you move over to those higher. The update button starts the texture generation process after conducting all the settings. The auto-update generates textures automatically after each adjustment of the settings. It often causes crashes when used in the process of interactive rendering. This happens because a lot of resources are being used up. The Create material creates the material structure with all the QuickTiles channel auxiliary nodes. They inform the plugin what texture must be passed in a certain material channel. Each supported render engine has its own material structure. The store is a very important function for optimizing the working process. The button deactivates the plugin's interface and saves the created Qt material into a temporary file on a hard disk drive. Because of this, when a scene is opened next time, the material isn't generated from scratch, it's uploaded from the drive. This significantly fastens the process of opening a scene and allows rendering saved materials even after the subscription has expired. The temporary file is stored from 30 days after the last time the scene was opened. The Save as Plain Texture button allows saving the resulting texture as a regular bitmap. You can choose several different formats for saving your texture. And the last feature of this section is the Convert All Qt to Textures. It automatically finds all Qts in a scene, saves them as regular bitmaps, and swaps them in all materials while removing QuickTiles nodes from the scene. This is useful when passing materials onto a render farm or computers that don't have QuickTiles. And now, let's move on to the next section, Tile Set Parameters. In this section, you can add and adjust tile sets that will further be assigned to the pattern's containers. The Add Bitmap Tile Set button allows adding an empty set of bitmap tiles. You can add any number of tile sets. However, the more sets you add, the harder it will be for the plugin to function. After adding an empty set, you can adjust its parameters. After clicking on the Add Tiles button, you'll get a slice editor window where you can add tiles. We've talked about how it's done in the 3rd lesson of the course. To gain a better understanding of other parameters, let's add 2 more identical tile sets and change their color, as well as employ the simplest pattern. As you can see, the sets have been mixed evenly. Now, let's see the parameters descriptions. On the top part of the Tile Set Adjustment section, you can see its title. It's specified in the slice editor. The probability parameter controls the frequency of a tile set appearing in the resulting texture. The X sign deletes a tile set, and 2 squares copy it. As you might have noticed, the tiles are distributed evenly by default. However, one of the Qt's unique features is the possibility to specify the evenness of the assignment. The noise type function will help you specify the set tile distribution using a black and white map. Choose the Custom Map section in the pop-up menu, and add any black and white map in the None field. You need a noisily image to get a smooth transition. We have a couple of examples in the QuickTiles library. In today's lesson, we're going to choose a linear gradient. Notice how the tile sets are assigned. The darkest area keeps the lowest set of the stack. And the lighter the gradient tone is, the higher sets it's assigned with. So, in this case, the probability parameter doesn't just change the number of tiles in the texture, it also moves them according to the gradient. Also, in this case, very important are the arrow buttons that change the position of a set in the stack and, respectively, the set's position in the gradient. The second way to assign the sets is more precise. If you need to create an accurate design, use the tile ID number for your tile assignment. Using this mechanism, you can connect your chosen tile sets to certain containers within a pattern. To demonstrate how it works, let's specify several ID numbers to certain containers in the pattern editor. For more details, see the 4th lesson of the course. And now, let's specify those same IDs in the tile sets. As you can see, the specified sets have been assigned to the containers with the same IDs. You can assign one set into multiple IDs simultaneously, as well as several sets into one ID. In this case, they will be mixed together according to the set noise type. Last but not least, the Add Color Tile Set button. You can use it to add a set of tiles of a procedural color. After clicking on the gray area, you'll be able to adjust the colors of all the set's channels. This feature can be useful for creating simple materials with plain textures. And just like this, the 5th lesson of the course is over. I hope you found it helpful and learned something new. That was Anton from QuickTiles. Have a good day and goodbye.